room mana saja, tetapi dengan catatan untuk sesi pertama, sesi di awal itu teman-teman, kalian itu akan secara otomatis di-assign oleh panitia operator. Setelah kalian di-assign untuk masuk ke breakout room 1 atau 2, setelah itulah baru kalian boleh bebas memilih masuk breakout room mana, sesuai tujuan universitas kalian. Lalu, last but not least, peraturannya, bila waktu keseluruhan di breakout room sudah habis, teman-teman diharapkan untuk kembali ke main room ini, karena tadi seperti Kak Nabila dan Rosi juga bilang, rata-rata ada link feedback sebagai link presentasi dan sebagai salah satu syarat untuk kalian mendapatkan sertifikat setelah acara ini berlangsung. Oke, karena teman-teman pada udah nggak sabar lagi ya, juga udah sabaran, ini udah 126 juga ya.
This time, OEX 2022 is going to be held by OIA UGM in collaboration with UGM Body Club. This exposition will invite numerous UGM international partner universities to share information about their respective academic programs, such as exchange programs, scholarship opportunities, and other means to join their universities. Overseas Education Expo or OEX is an annual virtual fair held by the Office of International Affairs Universitas Gadjah Mada. This time, OEX 2022 is going to be held by OIA UGM in collaboration with UGM Body Club. This exposition will invite numerous UGM international partner universities to share information about their respective academic programs, such as exchange programs, scholarship opportunities, and other means to join their universities.
Is regarding this breakout room session. First, the speaker will have an approximately 27-minute session that can be used for presentation, question and answer, or other activities, with an additional extra 3 minutes for a closing statement. Second, the speaker are allowed to share their own screen or ask a committee member to help them with sharing the screen. Third, participants should always turn off their microphone during the presentation time. Fourth, participants are allowed to turn on their microphone during the Q&A session after being approved by the moderator or use the chat feature. Fifth, participants are allowed to ask questions using English or Bahasa Indonesia language which will be translated by the moderator. Sixth, for the participants who would like to ask questions, please introduce yourself using your full name and your institution before asking the question, or you could use the chat feature to type your question while also including your full name and institution. Without further ado, let's start the first session of the Partner University presentation. Please welcome the Kyushu University from Japan.
Hello. Can you see a PowerPoint?
Yes.
Okay. Can I start the presentation?
Yes.
Thank you. Selamat siang. Selamat siang. Hello, everyone. My name is Yuki Fukushima, Chief of the International Student Exchange Section of Kyushu University. Today, I'm really honored to introduce our Kyushu University to you. Today, I'll explain about student exchange programs and short-term programs we've been offering at Kyushu University. First of all, I'd like to explain today's outline briefly. I'll begin with the introduction of short-term programs and Fukuoka City. Next, I'll talk about our exchange programs and short-term programs. Also, I'd like to introduce learning of Japanese language courses opportunity for exchange students. Then I'm going to share the information about accommodation, how much you need in order to live in Fukuoka, also possible scholarships, and what kind of support system we have for international students. By the way, do you know where the Kyushu University is located in Japan? We have our campus in the city, which is the biggest city on the island. An international airport in Fukuoka City, which is quite accessible, and you can reach there directly using subway from the city center within 15 minutes. Let me introduce Kyushu University based on our first fact data. The university was established in 1911 and we are the fourth oldest national university in Japan. We have 12 undergraduate schools, 18 from various research fields, both and natural science, and 5 research institutions. The total is more than 18 students, 200 faculty members. We received world reputation in the field of hydrogen fuel cell, nanoscience, and more. More than 80,000 students, including about 2,300 international students, are studying. Also, as you can see in this slide, our international students come from all over the world. Of course, Asia. We offer a lot of activity for international students to experience Japan, like tea ceremony, event, and more. Now, let's move to our campus. Picture shows our main campus, Ito campus. Our main campus has completed its relocation in 2018 from old campus Hakodaki to Ito. So as you can see, it's quite huge, and facilities are not only new, but also high quality with world class. Actually, Ito campus is one of the largest single campuses in Japan. We also have 3 other campuses, the Hashtag, Ohashi, and Chikushi campus, other than Ito. We have an amazing library. These pictures are our central library. This is also the largest library of all Japanese universities with more than 4 million items. So now I'm going to talk about Fukuoka City a little bit.
Recording in progress.
Our campuses are located in Fukuoka, south part of Japan. Fukuoka City is one of the 5 largest cities in Japan with a population of 1.6 million. Because of its location, Fukuoka has been a gateway city for diplomacy and trading with Asian countries from ancient times. By the way, Fukuoka means literally translated Happy Hill or Lucky Hill. Fukuoka is also often introduced as city and nature in balance. You have already seen the pictures of our campuses, so you can imagine we are surrounded by both mountains and beaches. Now, we have very good means of public transportation, such as subways, buses, and trains, and everything is well connected. In that way, it's very easy to access sightseeing spots, nature spots, and more from the central city. Every year, Fukuoka City is ranked in the top 10 of the world's most livable cities by a British magazine. You can get the modern city life, also Japanese tradition, such as festivals and very beautiful nature with mountains, the ocean, forest, everything you can wish for. Here are pictures of famous traditional festivals in Fukuoka. Hakata Dontaku and Yamakasa are quite well-known festivals not only for people in Fukuoka, but also for people throughout Japan and also for foreign visitors. Unfortunately, both Dontaku and Yamakasa were cancelled last 2 consecutive years due to the COVID, but we believe they will be held this year definitely. Next, let's see about our exchange programs. International Student Exchange Program may choose one of the 4 programs: 1 undergraduate program, 2 graduate school program, 3 JTW program, and 4 JLCC program. There are 12 undergraduate schools and 18 graduate schools. If you are an undergraduate student, you can apply for undergraduate school at Kyushu University. And if you are a graduate student, you can apply for graduate school practical courses such as pharmacy, dental science, for the exchange students. Regarding undergraduate programs, Japanese is the medium of instruction at most of all undergraduate schools. There are courses conducted in English at the schools written in blue, which means you can learn in English in the School of Interdisciplinary Science and Innovation, School of Engineering, School of Agriculture, and all the graduate schools. There are courses conducted in English at the schools written in blue. Let's move to JTW program and JLCC program. Japan Today's World JTW offers you a comprehensive package of learning experiences primarily at the undergraduate level, including academic learning for credit and experiential learning throughout cultural immersion. No proficiency in Japanese language is required. You can take courses and engage in other activities all in English. Annually, JTW hosts about 50 to 60 students, most of whom are exchange students from Kyushu University's partner universities around the world. Typically, JTW participants come from approximately 30 partner institutions located in about 20 different countries, from Europe, North America, Asia, and Oceania. Actually, we have 2 students from your university who are participating in this program from last October. The program has been held online since 2020 due to the COVID, so they are taking courses at Gajamada, I think. In addition, we will be accepting another 2 students from this spring from your university. Big differences between the school programs and JTW programs are like JTW is more focusing on understanding Japanese culture and society today. Also, JTW offers experiential learning opportunities such as field study trips, host family programs, Japanese conversation partner programs, if the program will be held on site. Next, let's move to JLCC. JLCC is organized for those who wish to gain a deeper understanding of Japanese society and culture, with further opportunities to improve Japanese language skills for conducting research in the area of Japanese studies. Annually, JLCC hosts about 20 students. You take courses and are engaged in other activities all in Japanese. Actually, only JLCC program basically. If you have studied Japanese language or Japanese Japanology at Gajamada and have Japanese language skills like JLPT N1 or equivalent, you can apply for our JLPT program. We have also summer and spring programs. They are fee-paying programs, so if you wish to join, you will be asked to pay program participation fee. Summer in Japan program, we call SIJ, is a 4-week English-based intensive summer program, which invites students from foreign universities to take classes on modern Japan and Japanese. 2 courses, Introduction to Contemporary Japan and Japanese Language are offered at Kyushu University. For last year, we held this program online in July due to the COVID. STW, ASEAN in Today's World, is a 2-week international program focused on ASEAN studies and Asian languages and cultures, and is designed for university students from around the world. And we are honored to have several participants from your university almost every year. Annually, Kyushu University and other ASEAN universities have co-organized the program with strong support from the ASEAN Secretariat. Actually, we'll hold STW 2022 as an online program from this March 7th to 18th, 2022, with Mahidol University, Thailand. Taking STW online courses will be an excellent opportunity for students to explore the potential of ASEAN and broaden your horizons in today's globalized world. You are always welcome to join our short-term program at Kyushu. Next, I'll explain about Japanese language learning opportunities. You will be able to take JACS when you are at Kyushu University as exchange students. JACS is Japanese language classes for students who aim to earn credit as part of their academic activities. JACS consists of 8 levels ranging from absolute beginners up to advanced learners. There are 4 categories: integrated, speaking, kanji, and writing. Kyushu University will award credits under grade to students upon its completion of each course. If you wish to improve your Japanese language skills, I believe JACS will help you a lot, and no additional fee is required as long as you are enrolled as an exchange student. Next, let me give some information on the cost to study in Kyushu University. If you study at Kyushu University as exchange student, tuition will be waived. As for the accommodations, basically international students are living on campus in one of the dormitories or off campus in an apartment by themselves or shared with other students. Actually, Fukuoka is quite famous for its reasonable living costs and known as city with lower rent and food costs despite a large city, which are quite affordable compared to other big cities like Tokyo, Osaka, or Nagoya. Here are accommodations in Kyushu University. We have 5 dormitories for international students. There are 4 dormitories in Ito campus and 1 dormitory in Ohashi campus. They are very reasonable and affordable. A single dorm room is guaranteed for each exchange student. Next, let me show you scholarship information for exchange students. Most major scholarship for exchange students is just a scholarship, which you can apply for along with the Kyushu University exchange application materials. You will be granted 80,000 Japanese yen a month as a financial support for your student life in Kyushu if you will be selected as a resident. Also, in the case of self-supported international students, over 50 scholarships are available by the various kind of foundations or associations. However, most of them are for degree seekers, not for exchange students. If you are interested in Japan, please visit our website. Let me finish up by talking about our student support system. What you see on the slide is a short list of services we provide. As you can see, some are academically oriented, others health-oriented, and yet others economically oriented. Take our International Student Exchange Division for an illustration. You might become rather nervous before you arrive in Fukuoka. Maybe this is your first time living alone in a foreign country. You may be overwhelmed by the sense of uncertainty, but do not worry about it. Once you are accepted by Kyushu University, you can ask our International Student Exchange Division for help. The staff provide a wide range of services on campus, but also for example, using by Zoom or email or phone calls. For more information about Kyushu University, you can check from here our website, Invitation to Kyushu University. Well, this is almost the end of my presentation. So now I'd like to share the contact information of each program. Information about Kyushu University, you can check from here our website. If you have any questions about study abroad at Kyushu University, please feel free to contact us at any time. We are more than happy to help you. Thank you very much for your attention today. That's all from me.
Okay, thank you for the insightful presentation, Kyushu University. Now, for those of you who are curious and have questions, you can simply use the raise hand feature and wait for me to call your name so you can unmute your mic and introduce yourself. Or please introduce yourself using a chat box or send the question in the chat box below. So is there here that have a question for Kyushu University? Courses. Okay. Okay. Guys, do you have a question for Kyushu University? If you have a question for Kyushu University, you can simply use the raise hand feature, or you can type the question on the chat box below. Okay. If there's not, okay. There is a question from Hasan Mulyani. Excuse me, miss, I would like to ask if there's any scholarship to Japan for master degree. I'm interested in going there. Maybe for Kyushu University, you can reply to those questions. Time is yours.
Okay. Thank you for your question. How can I say? For master student or doctoral student, one major scholarship is mixed scholarship, which is how can I say? Japanese government is supporting for students by financially, and there are two types of how can I say, mixed scholarship. One is to apply for your Japanese embassy in Indonesia, and one is university recommendation. You are required to contact to some academic staff at our Kyushu University. And if you will be accepted by him or her, you can be recommended as a mixed scholar to Japanese government. Afterwards, we'll send a relevant link to on the chat box. And as I mentioned during the presentation, there are some scholarships for international students as a degree seeker. That scholarship is funded by many foundations or organizations. So you can check the information as well. We'll put the relevant links on the chat box. Thank you. Next.
Okay, thank you for Kyushu University for the reply. Is there any more question for Kyushu University? Okay, so Hasan Mulyani wants to ask again, does Kyushu provide Japanese language course or should I look for external courses?
So if you have enough English proficiency, you don't have to, how can I say, you don't have to have enough Japanese language proficiency. You can take courses in English. That's good. And for, how can I say, for students who want to their study in week. And which, how can I say, there is no additional fee is required. So you can take courses by free. I hope it would be helpful for you. Does that make sense?
Okay. Do you have any closing statement from Kyushu University? Closing remarks, maybe, of why we should apply to your university? Okay, if not, Ms. Yuki, then we would like to thank the speaker for their time and information, and we hope that our universities can keep in touch for more events in the future. Without further ado, I think we will move to another session in partner university. Thank you for Kyushu University.
Thank you. Terima kasih.
Sama-sama. So, after this, we will have a session from Chubu University, also from Japan. And Chubu University is standby right here.
Background, this is a winter scenery from Chubu University. Yeah, there's a lot of snow actually. Yes, and actually this winter, we have a very cold winter here in Japan. And usually we have only a few times of snow, but this year we have 7 or 8 times of snow. So it is really, really cold. I think it is quite rare to have snow in Indonesia, but if your students come to Chubu University, you have a chance to have see the beautiful snow scenery in the winter. But actually, it is very cold. It is freezing. Okay, then let me start my presentation. So I'd like to share the screen. Okay, can you see the screen? Okay. Okay.
Sorry, sir. I think the screen is
Mhm.
not still.
Yeah. So I'll stop just sharing the screen.
Okay, now it's
Okay.
already.
Okay, let me share one more time.
Okay.
Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then okay, let me start my presentation. This is our university's mascot, Chutora. Actually, he's a tiger. This is a map of the world and Japan and Aichi Prefecture. Chubu means the center in Japanese. So we literally located in the center of Japan, just between Tokyo and Osaka, the two largest cities in Japan. And to Tokyo, we can go Tokyo within 2 hours by bullet train. And to Osaka, we can go there about 50 minutes by bullet train. And we are located in the suburb city of Kasugai. There's a large city near Kasugai, the city of Nagoya, which have a 2.3 billion population. Kasugai has a population of 300,000, but it is kind of the suburb city of Nagoya. And this is the school history. And we started as a Nagoya Daiichi Institute, Technical Institute in 1938. And we became the full-fledged 4-year university in 1984 and changed the name to current name of Chubu University. And we welcome the 80th anniversary in 2018. And our school motto is Acta non verba. Actions speak louder than words. This is a word by our school founder, Mr. Kohei Miura. And this spirit forms the basis of our education and research.
Excuse me, sir. Sorry for interrupting. I think the screen is not moving.
Mm-hmm.
I think the screen is not moving.
Wow.
Seeing the first slide.
Really?
Yeah. Or do you need some assistance for sharing the screen?
Yes. So then I'll stop sharing the screen, and could you share the screen instead of me?
Okay. Yeah, I think it's okay. So do others can share the screen?
Yeah. Sorry for the trouble.
Okay, it's okay. Mm-hmm. It's okay, sir. Okay, so Mara has started. Wait. It's not yet been shared. Okay. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Right. I think it's going.
And, I'd like to start from the slide 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. I think this is you left.
Yes. Yeah. I finished this section. So could you go to the next slide, please? Okay, thank you. Yes, this is basic statistics of our university. We have about 11,000 students in total, about 10,600 undergraduate and 300 graduate students, and we have about 100 foreign students. And we have a wide variety of colleges. We have 7 colleges with 20 departments. And for the graduate school, we have 6 graduate programs with 19 majors. And as for the faculty and staff, we have about 500 faculty members and about 200 staff. Please go to the next slide. Next slide, please. And this is our second statistics. And our students to faculty ratio is about 22. And this is the best rate in Aichi Prefecture. And our employment rate is nearly 100%. And so other statistics about research, we have a very renowned researchers in the field. And so the income about research is larger than any other university in this area. Please go to the next slide. And this is a list of our undergraduate courses. We studied at the College of Engineering. So we have many departments like mechanical engineering, electrical and electronics engineering, civil engineering, and so on. And also, we have College of Life and Health Sciences. So students who aims to get a national certificate as nurse or as a medical specialist, they can learn here. And also we have a College of Bioscience and Biotechnology, and students have a chance to learn about state-of-the-art bioscience knowledge and techniques. Now, we also have a lot of colleges with arts and related to arts, like College of Business and College of International Studies and College of Humanities and College of Contemporary Education. And at the College of Education, students can get a certificate to become a teacher in Japanese schools. Next slide, please. And this is the list of our graduate programs. So we have a Graduate School of Engineering and Humanities and Bioscience and Biotechnology and Business, Life Sciences, and Education. Okay, please go to the next slide, please. And you can, let me show you some of the photos of Chubu University. This building is a kind of a symbol of Chubu University. This is a gift from our partner university in the US. Next picture, please. And this is a building of the College of Business. Next picture, please. And this is the main ground. It is artificial lawn, and we have a variety of club activities, rugby, soccer, baseball, handball, and so on. So they use this ground, and also at a physical education class, students can make use of this ground. Next slide, please. And this is, we have a museum within the university, and we collected a lot of artifacts from all over the world, such as Asian countries and African countries. So students can get access to these artifacts on the university museum. Next picture, please. And this is a traditional Japanese style tea house. And international students can learn traditional Japanese flower arrangement and tea ceremony here in this old building. Next picture, please. And this is a list of club activities. And also international students who are interested in taking part in the club activities can also participate in one of these clubs and baseball, handball, and rugby football. They are one of the very strong club activities in Chubu University. Next picture, please. And this is a list of our international partner. Gajah Mada University is one of our greatest, one of our most important international partners. But aside from that, we have a lot of partnerships with universities all around the world, such as University of Science Malaysia, and so on. Please, next slide, please. And so, as for the international exchange activities, we have a quality Japanese language program. And also, students who'd like to take regular undergraduate and graduate courses, they can take part in those courses. Okay, next slide, please. And these are some of the words from our past international students. Oh, there's the same slide, sorry. Next slide, please. Okay, these are some of the photos of the international students. They can take part in the Japanese classes, and the class size is actually very small, and most of the classes are less than 10 students. So they can focus on their Japanese studies. And we have conversation partner programs, and each international students have at least two or three Japanese students who want to be friends with international students. And also, international students will have an opportunity to have a trip to various places. And also, they have a chance to learn flower arrangement and tea ceremonies. Next slide, please. And these are also some other photos of international students. And actually, on the photo on the top left, the two persons from the left is international students from Gajah Mada University. She came to Chubu University 3 or 4 years ago, and she passed N1 test of JLPT while she was in Chubu University, and she took a job at some of the sightseeing organization in Japan. And there are the photos of her conversation partners, and tea ceremony classes, and Japanese excursion to Kyoto and Ise. Okay, next slide, please. And this is a photo of the dormitories. And the photo on the top left is a male dormitory. And there's a cherry blossom trees around the dormitory. So students can enjoy the beautiful cherry blossoms in spring. And the photo on the top right is there's a huge lounge in the male dormitory. And this is a photo of the Halloween party that is conducted by international students and Japanese students. And the photo on the bottom are photos from the female dormitories. And they have either a single occupancy or double occupancy rooms based on the condition. But they have a lounge, and they have their own rooms and bed and desks and drawers. Please go to the next slide. And there's two kinds of programs in Chubu University for international students. One is a Japanese language and culture program. So this is rather easy to participate, and we don't require any Japanese language proficiency. But they have to at least learn Japanese language at least 1 semester or 2 semesters in the university, in their own university. And if students who would like to take part in undergraduate or graduate study program, they'll have at least JLPT N2 level of Japanese proficiency. And our school calendar, and this is, thank you. And spring semester starts in April. So the application is available from September to October. And fall semester starts in September and lasts until the end of January. So the application is available from January to March. So please ask the international office of the university what's the application. Next slide, please. And this is a list of the approximate cost you need to study abroad at Chubu University, and dorm fees and administrative fee and insurance, cultural activities fees, and so on. And if you like to study at Chubu University as an international exchange student, you don't have to pay tuition because tuitions are waived. Tuition will be free based on the international collaboration partnership agreement between Chubu University and the University of Gajah Mada. And currently, there's no scholarship is available, but last year we could get just a scholarship. So students who'd like to come to Chubu University could get the scholarship last year, but maybe next year there's no scholarship currently. Next slide, please. And this is, let me introduce research activities of Chubu. We have a lot of renowned researcher in the field. And actually, Professor Hisashi Yamamoto and Professor Mitsuo Sawamoto are powerful candidates for the Nobel Prize. And they got a lot of great prize in the field. Next slide, please. And here's another list of notable researchers of Chubu University. So we have a variety of fields. So there are a lot of renowned researchers in a variety of fields. Next slide, please. And I'd like to introduce some of the research facilities at Chubu. Please show other pictures. Thank you. These are the facilities for the College of Engineering, and we have a variety of laboratories for engineering. Next slide, please. And these are the laboratories for the bioscience and health and life sciences. We have a plant factory and a lot of laboratories for bioscience. Next slide, please. Okay, this is all for my presentation, and we are looking forward to welcoming you to Chubu University. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for the insightful presentation from
Chubu
University.
Thank you very much.
For those of you who are curious and have a question, okay, there are one participant that actually raised hand. Okay, for now, follow Priya Muldi, please unmute yourself and introduce yourself using your full name and your institution before asking the question.
Okay, hello, Mr. Takeshi. My name is Naufal. I am from UGM. So I wanted to ask, since Indonesia is not a winter country, I am afraid that I would not be prepared to face the winter in Japan. So as a lecturer there, can you tell me what I should prepare for the winter there? Thank you so much.
Wow, it's a very interesting question. Thank you. Yeah, actually, the winter in Japan is very cold, but most of the buildings have an air conditioner. So I think you don't have to worry too much, but I advise you to bring a lot of winter clothes such as heavy coats, sweater, and so on to prepare for the Japanese winter. But actually, you can buy winter clothes here in Japan. So I think it should be okay.
Okay, does that satisfy your question, Naufal?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Is there any other question for Chubu University? It's actually, there's a question from Agnes Rosiana. Is there a chance for veterinary medicine students to join an exchange program in Chubu University?
Actually, we don't have a veterinary medicine program at Chubu University. So actually, you cannot take veterinary medicine classes. But we have some researchers who do research about animals in the College of Bioscience. So if you are interested in doing research of animals, I advise you to join Bioscience College.
Okay, thank you for the question, Agnes. Is there any question? Okay, so from Muhammad Giardi, please introduce yourself and your institution before you ask.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Okajima. Maybe I will introduce myself first. My name is Muhammad Giardi from Jambi University, and I'm now electrical engineering major. Maybe I have 3 questions. The first is, this Chubu University, to get the exchange student or the master degrees, that we get fully funded. That is the first question. And the second question is, we see that we need a requirement that a GLPT is need N2. That we should have GLPT N2 when we take exchange student and master degree. That's a second question. And the third question is, I see that in the Chubu University have a mechanical lab, and now I want to take electrical and electronic engineering there in Chubu University. That's my plans. The question is, should we using a mechanical lab when we try to research or using electrical engineering, or electrical and electronic engineering is have a lab self? Maybe I said the electrical engineering have a his lab like that. Sorry for my little bit English. Thank you. Enough, sir.
Okay. So the first question is, could you repeat the first question?
Fully funded, like the plane ticket and the try to get the visa and then go to Japanese, that there is a fully funded, or we just need using my money self like that?
Yeah. We sometimes accept the students, international students who would like to do research in the master's and doctor's degree, and there's a Japanese government scholarship. So if you apply to the Japanese government scholarship and get approved by the Japanese government, you can come to Japan as a Japanese government sponsored fully scholarship student. And we accept several of those students here in Chubu University. So maybe you have a chance to join as a fully funded Japanese government scholarship student. And So you are master courses students, right? Or you're aiming to?
I'm undergraduate now.
So yes, we have a College of Engineering and the Graduate School of Engineering, and we have majors of mechanical engineering and electronic engineering and electrical engineering. So based on your needs, research need, you can choose among those three. And we have a lot of professors in different research fields. So please check the professor's background by Chubu University's website. You can access the website and you can get access to the professor's research activities. So maybe you can choose among those professors who'd like to do research from there.
Sorry, sir. I asking about we see Chubu University have a lab building, mechanical lab, and then if I take a plan, go to Chubu University using a major electric and electronic engineering. That's electric and electronic engineering and mechanical engineering is using the same building or not? Like that, sir?
Yeah, actually, there are many different buildings. So sometimes they share the building, but sometimes they have own buildings. So it's based on their research, but there are many different buildings. So perhaps you use the different buildings.
And the last question, maybe it's not sure, but must I see it? Must we have a JLPT and two when we take exchange student and master degree, sir? Or that's just maybe optional, and we just need to have what I call it, ULT, maybe ELTS, like that, sir?
For the graduate students, JLPT N2 is not must actually, especially for the doctor's program. There are some international students who cannot speak Japanese at all. So as for the doctor's program, your JLPT N2 level is not definitely required. But for the master's degree, you have to get a credit to get a master's degree, and most of the classes are conducted in Japanese. So you need certain level of Japanese. So getting JLPT N2 level is preferred, but not must.
Okay, thank you, sir. I see. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for Muhammad Yardi for the questions. Is there one or two questions from the participant before we end the session? Okay, maybe Tiara, Karunisa.
Okay, hello.
Hello.
Okay. I'm Rima. Sorry, I'm Tiara. Currently, I'm studying psychology at the German University. I have one question that what makes Chubu University different with other uni in Japan, especially in psychology major? Thank you in advance.
So you are aiming to study in the psychology major?
Yes.
Yes, we have a College of Humanities and we have a Department of Psychology. So we also accept international students who would like to study psychology. So if you'd like, you have a chance to study psychology at Chubu University.
I think the question that Tiara asked is, what is the difference between the Chubu University Psychology Department and other psychology department?
Yeah, it is. Actually, we focus on the counseling. So we international students who come to Chubu University will have a chance to study the psychology based on the counseling. So that is the difference between other university.
Tiara, does that satisfy your question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you. I think that's all for today. Due to time constraint, we are sorry, but we can only answer several questions and we need to move on. Before we move on, I would like to give 3 minutes for the speaker for a closing statement or closing remarks. So for Mr. Kajima.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we would like to thank the speaker for their time and information, and we hope that our university can keep in touch for more events in the future. So thank you, Chubu University.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Thank you, Mr. Okajima. So after this, we have Taipei Medical University. Taipei Medical is in here. Wait.
Yes, we are already here.
Okay.
Okay, can you see us?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay. Wow.
Maybe we can start share the screen now.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, let me. How do I share the screen here?
Share screen here.
Oh, there.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm sorry. Is our screen up now?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone.
Yes.
I am Vincent from the International PhD Program of College of Medicine, Taipei Medical University.
I'm Melissa from International Graduate PhD Program in Taipei Medical University.
I'm Sarus Octaviani from Master Program School of Healthcare Administration, Taipei Medical University. So, Taipei Medical University, or TMU, is a private university with the main field is in medicine. TMU is located in the heart of Taipei and close to one of the most famous landmark in Taiwan building.
Yes.
In the beginning, TMU only had 3 programs. There are medicine, pharmacy, and dentistry. But right now they have 11 colleges and 6 affiliated hospitals with 6,000 students, and 25% are from postgraduate students and 10% of it is international students. TMU's credibility is undoubtable and has been recognized worldwide, including by the QS World University Ranking, where TMU is in the top 100 best university in Asia. And from the Times Higher Education Asia University, TMU is awarded as the best private medical university by rank at 30. In Taiwan itself, TMU is the #1 best private university in Taiwan and 2nd best university in Taiwan.
Wait.
TMU can be the best university because, of course, they offer the best program, right?
Yeah, sure.
And what kind of program they offer, Vincent?
Thank you, Sarlis. So as mentioned by Sarlis, we have 11 colleges in the Taipei Medical University. So first, the most popular one is, of course, the College of Medicine, which covers the International Graduate Program in Medicine, which both me and Melissa is in the College of Medicine. And also we have the Cell Therapy and Regenerative Medicine. And of course, we have the College of Oral Medicine, we have the College of Pharmacy. The College of Pharmacy does not only cover the modern pharmacy, but they also have the herbal medicine. And also we have the nursing and the College of Public Health. The College of Public Health also consists of global health and injury and prevention and control. And the other 6 colleges are the Medical Science and Technology, the Biomedical Engineering, and also the College of Nutrition. The College of Nutrition itself also have the nutrition for the metabolic diseases. So if you are interested in the nutrition for the metabolic diseases, you can join our College of Nutrition. And also we have the College of Medicine, which is Sarlis is currently studying in the College of Medicine. So Sarlis, can you share a little bit of College of Management, sorry?
Yes, actually in College of Management, we have 2 master program. There are master program in School of Healthcare Administration, and the second one is master program in Data Science. And for PhD program, we have Biotechnology and Management. And this is.
Thank you, Sarlis. And also we have the Humanities and Social Science and also Interdisciplinary Studies. So the College of Interdisciplinary Studies covers all the courses, the subjects that is not only specifically by each college, but they can be covered by multiple colleges at the same time. So it's covered in the interdisciplinary studies. So we have 11 colleges, we have a lot of students. What are the students doing here? I mean, like, are they only in the university, or is there any other places that they can go? Melissa?
Oh, yes, okay. Actually, TMU has 6 affiliated hospitals, which are TMU Hospital, Wanfang Hospital, Swanghou Hospital, and Xinghuomin Hospital. And those hospitals are already have accreditation from GCI, which made TMU is the first university in Taiwan with 33 Joint Commission International accredited hospitals. And also, though the other 2 are Taipei Cancer Center and Taipei Neuroscience Institute, which provide integrated health services. Interestingly, several of TMU's professors are also doctors at those hospitals that will make clinical training opportunity will be possible there. And since TMU has a strong commitment to add its reputation as an international campus, there are 623 of international students from the over 40 countries, and over 200 of international partner in 33 countries. And of course, TMU really care about the international students, right? So how is that, Charles?
Yes, because TMU is international campus, TMU also provide a comprehensive international aware facilities, including one-stop service, we call it. And international students can obtain some information about maybe housing, or also can make an appointment if they need a consultation with supporting staff like it. And we also can join several activities and communities like International Student Association in TMU or Muslim Student Association. And you can take a look at the photos. We had cultural night on the side, and we also have Christmas party, like December, and also food festival.
Oh, yes.
And because TMUs really pay attention to the need of international students, one of the example is the Muslim prayer room facilities. And in addition, we also can join the Mandarin class at the first year, and it's free. And so right now you must be curious about the degree program at TMU, right?
Okay, for international student itself, TMU will provide several degree programs which use English as the main language. That will be 21 of PhD programs, 24 of master programs, and 1 dual PhD degree program with the University of Southern California. So you don't have to worry about language barrier at TMU, since we can use English to communicate with the other students or professors. And usually it takes a minimum of 2 years to graduate in postgraduate program. But however, every program has its different standard. And then this is the most important thing for international students, which is financial support that you can have at TMU. So if you apply for TMU and already have a letter of acceptance, then you will have several options for scholarship to support you later, such as TMU scholarship. The second one is MOE TMU Elite Scholarship, and the other is Taiwan Scholarship. So, but the Taiwan Scholarship will consist of several options. It depends on who will give you the scholarship, including the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and then Ministry of Science and Technology. They have different amount and eligibilities. For example, the TMU scholarship will consist of 3 kinds of scholarship, A, B, and C. It depends on your degree, and you will have tuition waiver and monthly stipends up to 16,000 NT dollars. And the eligibility it's quite specific, so you can see the details in this QR code. And the next one is MOE TMU Elite Scholarship, which you will have 25,000 NT dollars as the monthly stipend. But this is specific for the lecturer at the universities in Indonesia. And the other is for Taiwan Scholarship, you will have up to 40,000 NT dollars as monthly stipend. And as I mentioned previously, it's you can see the details in this QR code. And interestingly, there is one special scholarship from ICDF, right? Can you explain about this, Shelly?
Okay, there is a scholarship for Taiwan ICDF, or what makes this kind of scholarship is quite special because it only provides scholarship for some list in ICDF list. You can check it on the website of ICDF, and in TMU there's only 2 program studies that can apply for this program. There are master program in healthcare administration, which is my program study, and for PhD program in global health. And for the recipient, you can obtain several benefits like dormitory facilities, free tuition fees, living costs, airfare, book fees, and insurance. And besides of that, TMU also provides some short courses, right? What are they, Vincent?
Thank you, Shirley. So as mentioned, we have several short courses for you to join. So first, the short-term exchange program or the STEP. So this is more suitable for you guys who is now going undergraduate programs because, of course, we are expecting the international border to open soon. So we hope you guys can join us in these programs. So the step, why we expect you, because this step is done in Taiwan, in Taipei Medical University. So students who come here will be doing the semester-long study program in English taught classes in health science, obviously. And also we have independent research in labs and also Mandarin language courses and Taiwanese cultural activities. So you can experience what is it like to be a student in Taipei Medical University in Taipei, Taiwan. And also we have the Taiwan Experience Education Program or TEP. The TEP is more suitable for you guys who have graduated from the undergraduates and are going to pursue for the master and PhD program. Why? Because this TEP is a 2 to 6 months internship and you will come with a working visa. However, after the working visa, you can continue your visa and change it into the student visa, become a master and PhD student. And you will be given opportunity to gain hands-on experience using real lab equipments. And also you will get merit-based subsidies. So you will not have to worry about the financial problem because you will also gain money at the same time you gain experience. And due to the international border is still currently closing. So we also offer TMU Virtual Research Camp or the TVRC. The TVRC is an 8 weeks above online mentorship. So we will join the online campus program through online. So that means you will stay in Indonesia, but you can join us in TMU. So you will have intensive research mentorship sessions. You will have virtual Mandarin language and culture courses. We have workshops from TMU core facilities, and of course, virtual campus tour. So I will explain a little bit about the STEP. The STEP here, the short-term exchange program, this provides an opportunity for you to study in Taipei Medical University for 1 semester or 2 semesters, depending on your choices. So participants can choose to do independent research lab studies, or also you can choose the semester course, which is taught in English in health science, medicine, public health, pharmacy, and nutrition. And also you can join the cultural activity because you are in Taipei Medical University, you are in Taiwan. So you can join our Taiwanese cultural activities. You can have the opportunities to join numerous traditional activities. And also, in addition to professional courses, students can also join the Chinese language courses, of course, so that you can enhance your Chinese language so you can interact more with Taiwanese people. And of course, we also have the virtual research camp, which is more suitable for the current conditions. So you will receive world-class research mentorship from the TMU faculty, and you can also build international research network and reference. And of course, you can obtain certificate after you complete the program. So if you want to know more about these programs, you can check our website in the QR code. So after these short courses, we have explained to you about colleges, we have explained to you about the hospitals and everything. I think you might be wondering, what are we going to do as a student here? Because you mentioned about courses, you mentioned about research. What are they? So Shirley, can you guide us through?
Yes, basically we have to meet some requirements before we graduate, right?
Yeah.
For example, to obtain my master's degree, I have to take about 36 credits, and including the final thesis. Some of the departments need 1 or 2 publications as the requirement before the graduation. For the department, they usually do not conduct wet lab management or bioinformatics. We usually do dry labs in our research. And so what exactly we do in dry labs? Like in dry labs, computers are used to carry out the analysis, modeling, and simulation. we can do like secondary data, like do meta-analysis or make some model that based on computer-based model. Well, here is the example of procedure if we conduct secondary data research. The first one, we have to identify the topic of research at the beginning. And next, we can narrow down on the information sources that will provide most relevant data and information applicable to our research. And after that, we have to collect the existing data. The data related to our research can be obtained from various sources like from public libraries or government and non-government agencies or other open access like IFLS, or we can call it Indonesian Family Life Surveys. And once data is collected, combine and compare the data for any duplication and assemble data into a usable format. And the last one, analyze data that is collected and identify if all questions are answered. If not, we can repeat the process over again.
So repetition is in a part of the TMU students. So why do we mention repeat? Because of course you cannot expect to do one thing and then you get success, right? You have to do repeats and you have to make sure that your result is valid. So what has been mentioned by Service is about the dry lab, where you will use more, you'll do more about the analysis. But in my experience and also Melissa's experiments, where we are in the medicine program, we will do wet labs. So what is wet labs? Like wet, everything is wet? No.
It has to do with the water.
So basically we have the in vitro studies and in vivo studies. What are they? So we have to do experiments. What experiments? Experiments regarding the medicine for us. So from the bench to the clinical trial. So definition of the bench, which means involves the cells, and then from the cells to the animals, and then from the animals to the humans. So first we will explain to you a little bit about the in vitro studies or the cells. So have you ever wondered how do they find that some drug is effective in this disease, or maybe some toxins is very dangerous for something? So we do that in the in vitro study. So we have the cells, for example, maybe lung cells or the skin cells. We grow them in this kind of dish. We grow them and then we put them in the medium, and then after they are grown, we separate them into two same groups. And then the first group, we do not expose them to anything, and then the second group, we expose them to the toxins that we mentioned. We want to see what are the effects of cells after they are exposed to toxins compared to those who are not exposed. And after we get the results, for example, we get this biomarker upregulated or this biomarkers is down and everything, we want to see, is this really valid? Because you know that humans, animals are complex, right? They do not only compose of one cell. They have a lot of cells in their bodies. So we want to see, is this findings is valid? So we do them in the in vivo studies. So in vivo studies, that means we do the toxins, we do the drugs, we expose them to the animals or maybe humans if the clinical trial allows. So in TMU, we have the TMU Laboratory Animal Center, which house various animals so that we can try our experiments there. So this studies is to validate the data that we collected in the cell lines previously. So for example, in the TMU Animal Center, we have rats, we have mouse, we have rabbits, and we have seahorse. And then we expose them. One, we do not expose anything, and then the other one, we expose the toxins. And then we can get their tissue, we can get their cells, and also bacteria. And after we get their samples, we check for their protein, we check for their DNA, we check for the RNA. Is there anything different? What makes it different, and how does it different from the control? And what is the effect? Is it a good effect or is it a bad effect? We want to see that. So these studies are expected to improve our scientific background. And I hope that you already get a big picture of what we have explained today. So what are the next steps?
Okay, so if you are interested, then you should consider applying for TMU. Application will be open around November this year, but actually you can start proceed with your planning and working on your documents preparation right now. You can check each department's websites to check the detailed requirement, and because it will be might difference from the each department from the other, and you should prepare the English certificate as well, depending on the standard of each countries from origin. The selection process will be held in April next year, and after that, in May, you will receive the notification and also the letter of acceptance. At this moment, you can apply for the scholarship. And then on August next year, you should prepare for the enrollment, including preparing the visa and the accommodation to stay at Taipei. At the end, on September, you will have on-site registration that require you to arrive at Taipei, and then start for the school life, the real school life.
The real school life.
Okay. If you have any other question about the admission, please check this link for further information and the QR code. Okay.
Thank you. I hope that our presentation is clear enough, and we hope that you will join us next year.
See you
next year.
Moderator, please.
Thank you for the clear and insightful presentation, Taipei Medical University. What a very emotional presentation by the TMU. For those who are curious and have a question, you can simply use the raise hand feature and wait for me to call your name. Oh, there's actually one participant that is raising their hands. So please, Mr. Taufik Hidayat.
Okay, hi. Can you hear my voice?
Of course, yes.
Okay, hello, Mr. Vincent and friends. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Taufik Hidayat. I am from medical faculty in Universitas Indonesia, and I would like to ask, in Taipei Medical University, can you tell me the COVID policy there? Like, since medical students need to have a lot of experience in laboratories, so I wonder if I do exchange program in Taipei Medical University, do I already have the opportunity to learn from the lab there, or still mostly online sessions? Thank you so much.
Okay. So who wants to answer this?
You.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, by the way, we also have one representative from the Taipei Medical University, which is Yuting. Hi, Yuting. Yuting, hi, are you there?
Hi.
Hi, Yuting. Can you help us to
See from our international.
Sure. Allow me. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Vincent, and sharing, Melissa, for the great introduction and sharing experience. I'm head of the international student section from the Office of Global Engagement. So the question is regarding whether we're going to have for online course on campus. At this point, I think if some students already worry about the border restriction, we are totally supported by the Ministry of Education. So every admitted student, you can apply the visa and the Taiwan entry permit through what we call the MOE special permit. So that means you will get a chance even, I think it's longer than what people previously before, like for 2021, most of our students actually arrive like October. But previously, most students should arrive around August or September. So you will be a little late compared with the 2020 or like a student before, but you still get a chance to enter in Taiwan. And we do offer the on-campus course, so you can actually have your hand on and join this lab. I hope this answers your question.
Does that satisfy your question?
All right, thank you so much, Miss Yuting. Okay, thank you so much, Miss Yuting, for the clear answers.
Thank you.
Is there any other question for TMU?
Please don't be shy. Yeah. We are willing to answer anything. Even if you cannot speak, if you are not confident in speaking English, you can ask us in Indonesian.
Or just text.
And we will translate it to you.
Yes.
Or type is
in the comment section.
Yeah, you can type in the chat session as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, there is a question from Nalsali Ginting. For Nalsali, can unmute yourself.
Okay, thank you. First, I want to introduce myself. My name is Nansal Ginting from Jambi University. My question, I have three questions. My first question, I'm interested in this question at the beginning where there is a public health department, which is my current majors at my university. My first question is there a major in epidemiology in public health? Because especially in this condition of the COVID-19, epidemiology is one of the important majors. And the second question is, what are the requirements to participate in this student exchange? Or because we know if we participate in other country, we must have a TOEFL certificate or other certificate. And the third question, is Mandarin in China and Taipei different? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your question. Sorry.
I answer the first question. Do you think it's okay?
Okay, yes, of course. We are so happy.
Gladly. For the college, for the first question, I think now is about like what these majors or subject that we have in the College of Public Health. So actually, we didn't have enough time to go through each program, but under our College of Public Health, we have public health, we have injury prevention, we also have the global health and health. So basically, it starts from the general, like, the field testing or government regulation, and we even evolve some research in the global issue, like the health-related issue, like COVID you mentioned. But we also focus on how you can help the government or the lawmaker to make a better system through statistics analysis or through the study or research. So a lot of topic was covered under the public health. So I would not worry about that. You can find it interesting. You are interesting to look for. So that's my response for first. Can I leave? So Vincent, can you help on the second question or?
Oh yes, of course. If you want to answer, because we are looking for it as well.
Oh, I'm sorry. Because I'm not quite sure about the second question.
So the second question is about the requirements for the short courses. Yes. Like we have the STEP and the TIP. Do they have like specific requirements? I think they can check the website.
For degree program, you can check out the website. I thought I was here about the exchange program. For exchange program, if that was the question, that you actually have to find your kind of like advisor first, because we also have a short-term exchange program not mentioned above, not the STEP, not the TIVR. Under the Ministry of Education, we are allowed to take an exchange student up to 6 months, but you have to find a kind of like a thesis advisor or a research advisor for you before you apply to enter in Taiwan. That's for
thank you. You think, and then we have the third question will be answered by Melissa.
Okay, so the difference of the Chinese language that will be that used at the mainland China and Taiwan, actually it's different. It's not very different, but a little bit different, since they are in the mainland they are using like simplified Chinese. So the most important thing is the written Chinese, and the written letter will be very different from the traditional. Meanwhile, in Taiwan, the Chinese here using the traditional Chinese languages. But actually, I'm not fluent at Chinese, so we can have experiment from the one that who more fluent than me. How about that?
Oh, thank you. But actually, you do not really have to worry about the Chinese, because of course in Taipei Medical University, we are international campus, so most conversations with the supervisors, with the teammates, lab mates, and everything will be done in English. Even with Yuting from the OG affair will be spoken in English. However, if you are going out, for example, going out to the market and everything, of course you will need a little bit Chinese. But that's okay. Even those two beside us who really cannot comprehend Chinese, they can survive here because they can buy everything. Most people here can speak simple English. For example, 1, 2, how much and everything, they can speak them easily. So you guys do not have to worry. And TMU also
provide in first semester we can join Mandarin class. We can speak like for the basic for daily living, or buy something or for something.
So you do not have to worry about this.
Or maybe the important point is if you want to prepare to learn Chinese in Indonesia before you came here, you can learn what only Chinese, right? It's not specifically for traditional or simplified. It's fine. So at least you have a background of Chinese. I think it's quite good too.
It's an additional point for you.
For additional, but it's not academically
necessary.
Yes. Yes. Okay. That's our answer.
Thank you very much, Miss Yuting and Vincent. 谢谢.
Yes.
Okay, I think this is the last question because we have a limited amount of time. So the last question is, does the uni provide residence for the international students? From Rimanjani.
I think that's referred to dormitory, right? Or the residency.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The dormitory?
Yes.
The dormitory,
refers to dormitory.
Yes, we do have what we call the international house. That's for the international student. But I think like some of the students will choose to stay with us in the first year, but a lot of students will decide to move out because due to a regulation, all our dormitory are not allowed to cook. And I think like students will want to cook some traditional food, and that's kind of inconvenient for them. But if you are not that person want to cook for yourself, then you are perfect. You can stay in the dormitory with no problem.
Okay, thank you. So due to time constraints, we are sorry, but we can only answer several questions because we need to move on to the next session. Yes, before we move on, I would like to give the speakers 2 minutes for a closing statement. Is that enough?
Okay, thank you. So we have presented the whole information about TMU from the first until the end, and I think it will cover mostly. And we will give the chance for the closing statement to Yuting. Hi, Yuting.
Okay. Thank you, Jun and to share the TMU information with you. And I hope I can see you either virtually since we have the online short-term course, or on campus if you join us on degree, or if the COVID get better, then we can visit. You can visit us like a visitor or exchange student or short-term program. I think here you offer all kinds of the short-term and degree program in English. So welcome you guys and hope to see you soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you, TMU. Okay. We would like to thank the speakers for their time and information, and we hope that our universities can keep in touch for more events in the future. So following the rundown, next session will be held in the breakout room number 1 because there is an Osaka University presenting their presentation there. So for you guys, I encourage you all to move to breakout 1 because there is an Osaka University presenting in there. Thank you guys.
To everyone in the breakout room, please move to breakout room 1 because the presentation session in breakout room 2 is over. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. The presentation is over, and in breakout room 1, we still have Osaka University. So for all the participants, I encourage you to move to breakout 1, breakout room number 1.
Recording in progress.
Kita juga mengedepankan ilmu
Overseas Education Expo or OEX is an annual virtual fair held by the Office of International Affairs Universitas Gadjah Mada. This time, OEX 2022 is going to be held by OIA UGM in collaboration with UGM Body Club. This exposition will invite numerous UGM international partner universities to share information about their respective academic programs, such as exchange programs, scholarship opportunities, and other means to join their universities. Overseas Education Expo or OEX is an annual virtual fair held by the Office of International Affairs Universitas Gadjah Mada. This time, OEX 2022 is going to be held by OIA UGM in collaboration with UGM Body Club. This exposition will invite numerous UGM international partner universities to share information about their respective academic programs, such as exchange programs, scholarship opportunities, and other means to join their universities. Overseas Education Expo or OEX is an annual virtual fair held by the Office of International Affairs Universitas Gadjah Mada. This time, OEX 2022 is going to be held by OIA UGM in collaboration with UGM Body Club. This exposition will invite numerous UGM international partner universities to share information about their respective academic programs, such as exchange programs, scholarship opportunities, and other means to join their universities. Overseas Education Expo or OEX is an annual virtual fair held by the Office of International Affairs Universitas Gadjah Mada. This time, OEX 2022 is going to be held by OIA UGM in collaboration with UGM Body Club. This exposition will invite numerous UGM international partner universities to share information about their respective academic programs, such as exchange programs, scholarship opportunities, and other means to join their universities. Overseas Education Expo or OEX is an annual virtual fair held by the Office of International Affairs Universitas Gadjah Mada. This time, OEX 2022 is going to be held by OIA UGM in collaboration with UGM Body Club. This exposition will invite numerous UGM international partner universities to share information about their respective academic programs, such as exchange programs, scholarship opportunities, and other means to join their universities. Overseas Education Expo or OEX is an annual virtual fair held by the Office of International Affairs Universitas Gadjah Mada. This time, OEX 2022 is going to be held by OIA UGM in collaboration with UGM Body Club. This exposition will invite numerous UGM international partner universities to share information about their respective academic programs, such as exchange programs, scholarship opportunities, and other means to join their universities. Overseas Education Expo or OEX is an annual virtual fair held by the Office of International Affairs Universitas Gadjah Mada. This time, OEX 2022 is going to be held by OIA UGM in collaboration with UGM Body Club. This exposition will invite numerous UGM international partner universities to share information about their respective academic programs, such as exchange programs, scholarship opportunities, and other means to join their universities. Overseas Education Expo or OEX is an annual virtual fair held by the Office of International Affairs Universitas Gadjah Mada. This time, OEX 2022 is going to be held by OIA UGM in collaboration with UGM Body Club. This exposition will invite numerous UGM international partner universities to share information about their respective academic programs, such as exchange programs, scholarship opportunities, and other means to join their universities. Overseas Education Expo or OEX is an annual virtual fair held by the Office of International Affairs Universitas Gadjah Mada. This time, OEX 2022 is going to be held by OIA UGM in collaboration with UGM Body Club. This exposition will invite numerous UGM international partner universities to share information about their respective academic programs, such as exchange programs, scholarship opportunities, and other means to join their universities. Overseas Education Expo or OEX is an annual virtual fair held by the Office of International Affairs Universitas Gadjah Mada. This time, OEX 2022 is going to be held by OIA UGM in collaboration with UGM Body Club. This exposition will invite numerous UGM international partner universities to share information about their respective academic programs, such as exchange programs, scholarship opportunities, and other means to join their universities. Overseas Education Expo or OEX is an annual virtual fair held by the Office of International Affairs Universitas Gadjah Mada. This time, OEX 2022 is going to be held by OIA UGM in collaboration with UGM Body Club. This exposition will invite numerous UGM international partner universities to share information about their respective academic programs, such as exchange programs, scholarship opportunities, and other means to join their universities. Overseas Education Expo or OEX is an annual virtual fair held by the Office of International Affairs Universitas Gadjah Mada. This time, OEX 2022 is going to be held by OIA UGM in collaboration with UGM Body Club. This exposition will invite numerous UGM international partner universities to share information about their respective academic programs, such as exchange programs, scholarship opportunities, and other means to join their universities. Overseas Education Expo or OEX is an annual virtual fair held by the Office of International Affairs Universitas Gadjah Mada. This time, OEX 2022 is going to be held by OIA UGM in collaboration with UGM Body Club. This exposition will invite numerous UGM international partner universities to share information about their respective academic programs, such as exchange programs, scholarship opportunities, and other means to join their universities. Overseas Education Expo or OEX is an annual virtual fair held by the Office of International Affairs Universitas Gadjah Mada. This time, OEX 2022 is going to be held by OIA UGM in collaboration with UGM Body Club. This exposition will invite numerous UGM international partner universities to share information about their respective academic programs, such as exchange programs, scholarship opportunities, and other means to join their universities. Overseas Education Expo or OEX is an annual virtual fair held by the Office of International Affairs Universitas Gadjah Mada. This time, OEX 2022 is going to be held by OIA UGM in collaboration with UGM Body Club. This exposition will invite numerous UGM international partner universities to share information about their respective academic programs, such as exchange programs, scholarship opportunities, and other means to join their universities.